Long time no see everyone, it's your old mate Jacargon, back at it again. This time with more of a vlog style update video about my Ramones. They broke. So about a couple of months ago, I noticed that my Ramones around the heel area started kind of like ripping or peeling a little bit, and I was wondering why this was happening. Like, was it because I was taking them off incorrectly? If that is a kind of thing you could do. I asked my friend and they were like, well, are you just pressing on the heel of your shoe to like step out of them, or are you actually zipping them down and removing them? And that's what I've been doing, like actually zipping it down and like pulling them off altogether. Yet there was still some action on the heel type area, which was kind of ripping. So to give a bit of context of the cameras coming off, that's effectively what had started happening on both of the shoes, except one was a bit more egregious than the other. I was wondering what was going on and a bit stressed out about that. So I looked around for a cobbler and was only really able to find one within my zone. Here in Melbourne at the time, we had a 5-kilometer limit of where we were allowed to go to get things done. So within that 5 kilometers, there was only one cobbler nearby that I found on Google, had a few good reviews, but they had no website or anything. So I called up, managed to get through to this old lady who basically said, come in and leave the shoes with us and we'll have a look and see what we can do. So I went over, dropped my shoes off and received a call back the next day saying that there's not really much they can do. And also, where did I buy the shoes? Because this shouldn't happen and I should go return them. Unfortunately, since I did get them secondhand, as basically everything in my wardrobe, I am trying to shop sustainably and secondhand, I can't really do that. So I asked what they could do. They said that the only real thing they could do is try and glue it back down. And I was a bit weirded out about that because I kind of thought you could maybe like sew it, but they said glue, so I said, sure, like give it a shot, see what you can do. This is the result. They charged me about $10 and were like, look, we tried our best, but this is all we could really do. I wasn't exactly the most stoked with it. Like it left some kind of like stain on the sole part, but I was glad that they'd, given it a shot, tried to glue it down and was like, you know what, look, if this is the best that can be done, this is the best that can be done, right? $10, whatever. Let's move on and enjoy the shoes as they are. So I was wearing them around the house a couple of days later, sitting on the couch, and got up from the couch, accidentally, somehow the shoe got caught on the couch. I stepped forward and then I hear this big rip sound and this happened. The entire sole ripped off from the bottom of the shoe and I didn't even know how to react. I was like, what the hell just happened? And looking at it, was thinking, oh my goodness, like this is pretty bad. This isn't just the canvas ripping off from the sole part, this whole thing has come off. So after I calmed down a bit, I asked a friend who makes custom shoes whether this is something that could be fixed. They suggested getting some liquid cement from Bunnings and just sort of pasting it on and doing it myself. I was a bit unsure about this because I have no real skill with this and the shoes are kind of nice. So I did go back to the cobbler, drop them off, and a couple of days later, they were like, yep, we've basically just being able to glue the entire sole back onto the shoe itself. So I went back and this is basically what I have now. The sole itself has been glued on. It is holding all right. On the edges, however, like around here, it is sort of coming off a bit, but the actual middle part, I don't know what to call it, like the inner part is being held down and doesn't look like it's coming off anytime soon. The job isn't a super clean one. Like as you can see, they're a bit Frankenstein at the moment. They fit a little bit weirder now because of the entire gluing of this part down. But overall, that was another $10. So for 10 bucks, I am pretty okay with it. I wonder how long they're gonna last like this. As you can see here, this bit is actually coming off, right? I've sort of weighed up my options and thought like, do I try and sell them forward or do I just sort of wear them out and enjoy my last time with them? And what I've thought is I don't really want to be one of those people that puts them up for sale and says plenty of life left, but the sole's fallen off. But besides that, they're in like great nick. Like everything is in good condition. The soles are amazing. And I don't know, I think I'm just going to wear them out from now on as a pair of beaters. They still look pretty schmick besides those fixes, obviously. And so basically I'm also going to keep an eye out on the marketplaces for a replacement pair that is already a bit worn in, maybe a bit used up, so I can be less worried or stressed out about them taking this route. And if they haven't already had that happen to them, I can be a bit less stressed out about that happening, because maybe if it hasn't happened already, then it won't happen. But yeah, overall, I'm actually pretty disappointed. Like, I've never seen a shoe do this before. I've never had a shoe in the past do this before, where the actual canvas has been coming off the sole, and that's really disappointed me and kind of made me a little bit anxious about these kind of shoes in general. However, I'm glad of what the cobbler was able to do. Perhaps had I been able to go to other cobblers outside of the radius, they may have been able to do a better job, most likely. But yeah, that's where my shoes are at the moment. So hopefully I can find a replacement pair so I can chill a little bit, because this has been a bit of a roller coaster. And so then adding on to the end of this is my Geobaskets, my short tongue Geobaskets, another pair of shoes that I really, really love. I haven't really worn them very much, but I've noticed that the sole is just awful on these. Like with the Ramones on the side for reference, this is one of my Ramones, this is the Geobasket. I've worn the Ramones so many more times than the Geobaskets, and the Geobaskets already feel like they're on their last legs. I mean, look at this. And I've noticed especially that the heel is about to give way. You can see that this thing is about to just give way and just put a giant hole in there. So as a result, reached out to some other cobblers. As of a week or two ago, we do have the ability to go up to 15 kilometers within our radius, still in lockdown. So I have access to cobblers in the city now, and I've sent a couple of emails to a few with photos asking what my options are, because I really don't want these to give way and it potentially lead to something more costly. And they're one of my favorite pairs of shoes, and I do want to take care of them as best I can. I just really don't want there to be a hole, so I've put off wearing these until I can figure that out. If anyone has advice, I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, stressful times in the shoe department. Stressful times. But yeah, thanks for watching this bit of an update on where I'm at with the shoes. Now I'm just really anxious. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully this doesn't happen to y'all and you can find ways to fix it. I really hope it doesn't happen to any pair of shoes you come across, because it's just stressful, and it sucks that two of my favorite pairs of shoes are having so many issues. But you know, we'll get through it, right? Get through it. It'll be fine. Just need to breathe deep breaths. So we'll see you at the next one. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Take care, wear a mask, and as always, don't do anything I'd do. All right, bye-bye.